Estamos en Innsbruck, capital del Tirol. Venimos a ver la sede de Swarovski. Pues aquí estamos en el famoso estadio de saltos de esquí de Bergisel, al lado de la ciudad de Innsbruck. Nuestros próximos pasos se dirigen hacia Swarovski. Se encuentra a unos 8 kilómetros en dirección Hungría, es decir, en dirección este para allá. Estamos en Swarovski Cristales, estamos en la localidad de Wattens, a unos 15 minutos de Innsbruck, y vamos a ver qué más hace Swarovski, aparte de hacer las ópticas tan maravillosas a las cuales estamos acostumbrados. Vamos a ver otro tipo de productos que hacen que muchos de vosotros ya conocéis. Nos encontramos en Absan, en el centro del Tirol, en el corazón del Tirol. Aquí está la fábrica de Swarovski Optik. Vamos a desgranar el proceso productivo y cómo consiguen esa calidad en aparatos como el EL Range, en visores como el Z8i, en el nuevo BTX o en el nuevo visor DS, la auténtica revolución del mercado de este año. ¿Nos acompañáis dentro?
Bienvenidos a Swarovski Optik. Mi nombre es Ricardo. Yo estoy responsable para la venta internacional. Estoy trabajando juntos con distribuidores en España, por ejemplo, con Xavier, en África, Latinoamérica, Asia, Australia, Nueva Zelanda y por fin el países árabes, que significa que estoy viajando mucho. Y hoy día estoy muy feliz porque vamos a hacer la presentación juntos con mi compañero Daniel Mühlmann. Daniel ya está en la empresa hace 25 años, entonces le deseo un muy buen día en Absan con Swarovski Optik y nosotros nos vemos un poco más tarde. Muchas gracias.
Yeah, good morning and welcome. My name is Daniel. As Richard told you already, I'm responsible for the training and visit management, and together with Xavier, we will run the morning together with you. We will run through the company presentation. So let's start with the group of Swarovski, because Swarovski and Swarovski Optik belongs to Swarovski, to the Swarovski world, and everything started 1892 or 1895, where Daniel Swarovski founded a machinery where it was possible to grind crystals. So here we see the founder, Daniel Swarovski, and the founder had three sons. It was Wilhelm, it was Fritz, and it was Alfred. Swarovski Optik was founded in 1949. It was founded by this person. This is Wilhelm Swarovski, and Wilhelm Swarovski was the oldest son of the founder Daniel Swarovski. Wilhelm was a physicist and he was a hunter, and so it was more or less quite clear that he developed a binocular and then the company. The guiding principle of the company is constantly improving what is good. So that means quality is good and we know we're doing a good job and we did a good job in the past, but we still want to go forward in all directions. Anyhow, if it's the product, the brand, accessories and all those stuff, we really want to improve these things. We are a family business, so we have no shareholders in this case, so you cannot really buy some shares from Swarovski, so you have to get them from your parents. The group of Swarovski is more or less split in three divisions. So the biggest one is Swarovski Crystal. Then in the middle we have Swarovski Optik, and on the right hand side we have the company Theodolith. They are producing grinding materials to cut, for instance, steel, copper. I think it's the biggest private business in Austria. So we have more than 30,000 employees, and the turnover 2016 was 3.3 billion euro. Which is not that bad. Some key facts about the company. Swarovski Optik is not that small anymore, so we have 850 employees. 650 are working here in Absam. 200 people are working in sales all over the world in different kind of departments, different kind of countries. The production site is Absam, so here is the place where we produce the products, so the lenses, the prisms, the design, construction, everything is really done here. And I think also this is a huge difference to a lot of other companies who manufacture different kind of countries all over the world. Quality, constantly improving on what is good. Sounds quite logic, but it's always needed to remind it. All the people who are working here have to understand that quality is important. Yeah, and all those values have to fit more or less all over the target groups. And our first target group is hunting, so it's also one of the most important ones because it's the biggest one. Second target group, nature, and in this case we mainly talk about bird watching. The bird watching market is really huge in the world, especially Benelux and United Kingdom are really the biggest one, America, but also in Spain you have really a lot of bird watchers. They're really going out in the field, observing the birds, and they are really looking for the best optical performance. Probably really the year 1999 was a very, very important year for the company at Swarovski Optik. It was the launch of the first EL binocular with the wrapped around grip. And that was the year where we really saw and realized that we can beat our competitors. Years later, we came out with a Z6, a real 6x zoom in a 30mm tube, absolutely fantastic, new in the market. We sold more than 250,000 of them. They are still in the product range. Z8 is now the next generation. So you see now that we really try to be always innovative in a certain kind of quality. Last year, I said already, the launch of the Z8, but this year the DS and the BTX, really big innovations in the market. I think the binocular range is quite clear. ER range, integrated rangefinder, very universal to use, very intuitive to use. Do not forget the SLC. It's really a very, very good binocular, especially for hunters. It's a bit more traditional style, a bit more tougher, rougher. The big difference is the mechanical design. On the EL, we have a short distance of 1.5 to 2 meters. Here we are talking about 4 meters. And the small ones, CL Pocket, CL Companion, I think it's quite clear where you use them. Travel and leisure, or as a second pair of a binocular in the family. Optical-wise, I would say they are similar. The big difference is really this is small, lightweight and compact. You can put it on your belt. If you want to have already a binocular in your hand, then the CL Companion is your choice. Most people just decide because they hold them in their hand and they say, okay, this is the size I want, or this is the size I want. ATX and SPX, also quite briefly, the modular telescope, which you can take apart. Absolutely innovative out in the market, different kind of objective diameters available, straight and angled version, or now also the BTX version. So the riflescope range is obviously the biggest range what we have. Z3, Z5, which are mainly for the American market, the 1-inch tubes. Then we have the Z6, which is more or less was very successful, replaced now by the Z8, which is on the top level. The X5, which would be there for long-range hunter, if you really want to compensate a big bullet drop. And now very new, the DS, a digital riflescope where you can measure the distance and it shows you the automatic corrected shooting point.
Here we are with Daniel from Swarovski Optic, who's going to explain us a little bit more about the history of Swarovski and its products. Hi Daniel.
Hi.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good. Thanks.
Good.
So excited about being here. I've been listening a lot and working a lot with Swarovski through all my years, and I'm very excited of being here.
Okay,
Thank you so
cool.
much for the invitation.
You're welcome.
Daniel is the head of training and visit management, and he will explain us a little bit, as I told you before, of a Swarovski company. Daniel, what is Swarovski? What means Swarovski?
So Swarovski Optic is a manufacturer of binoculars, riflescopes and telescopes, and we produce them in a really high quality for a lot of hunters, bird watchers out in the world. Yeah, for us it's important to produce very good products. We produce them here in Absam, for instance. For us it's important that our customers get the best quality. That means improving what is good is our guiding principle from the whole concern, where we really try to improve every single day. But also a lot of other values are part of our company. So you see here the wonderful scenery in the middle of Tyrol. We are in Absam here, we have the production site here, and we manufacture and produce all the products here in Absam.
There is also one sentence that you said before, not in camera but out of camera, that I really like it. You said that the wall belonged to those ones who see the beauty.
Yeah, it's the claim of our company, and I think especially when we have a look here around, it's really part of our history, and it's part of our self experience the moment. I think it's really a nice explanation about hunting, bird watching, but also about traveling around. That's our goal when you look through the binocular, riflescope or a telescope, that you really enjoy and experience the moment. And for this we produce really that kind of quality.
And have you reached the limits of optics?
Today I would say yes, of course, but as I mentioned, technologies and some things going up. We try to go to the physical borders as much as possible. Here and there we try to go a step further. Yeah, the limits are reached at the moment, so far as we see, but we would say the same thing 20 years ago when we're talking about
Exactly.
The former EL, for instance.
Daniel, can you explain us a little bit the powerful of these binoculars, please?
So here we have the EL range. In this case it's the 10x42.
Yeah.
It's also available as an 8x42 if you want to have a bit more field of view. It's a rangefinder included, but still it's a very, very high-end professional binocular. So even in poor light condition, it's doing its job. And it's really an absolutely all-round product for a hunter. So that means you can observe for hours, and if you want to measure the distance, you have the button here, and then you measure the distance
up to 1,300 meters.
Really?
Yeah.
1,300 meters.
Exactly. Also included is a measurement tool where you can measure the angle. Especially here in the mountains, it could be on a chamois hunt, for instance, when you shoot upwards or downwards, that you have to compensate the bullet drop. And then you get the angle, or you get already the corrected shooting distance.
Amazing.
Our goal is always to produce the best optical quality. And also inside of a rangefinder, for us it was very important not to lose the light or the transmission or something else, that you still have really on both sides the same optical quality. Of course, we have different kind of ranges. So the EL is really always top of the top, and then the SLC line is very close to the EL, but the different kind of differentiation, close-up focus is a bit different. The edge sharpness and the distortion is very, very good on the EL, but it's also good on the SLC.
So Daniel, here we are with the rifle scopes, and what I see first is the new revolution for this year that Swarovski is launching this year. What's it?
The DS 5-25 by 52.
What means DS, sorry?
DS means digital scope.
Okay.
So it supports you with different kind of digital information.
Yeah, but over a real image, isn't it? It's a real image, it's not digital image.
Exactly. So you can use the rifle scope as a normal rifle scope. So you have a reticle inside, you can switch on the dot if you want, then it's absolutely basic. And if you push the button in the middle, this one, you get the distance measured, the air pressure, the angle, the temperature, and all those four informations are calculated inside, and they show you the corrected aiming point.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's really cool.
So you just have to press the trigger, you don't need to move all those clicks that we are used to in the old scopes.
Exactly.
And you can hit the target with this scope. It doesn't matter if it's 100 meters or 1,000 meters, you don't have to move anything on it.
It depends a little bit on the bullet what you're using, because if the drop is too high, you have to take care. So, but all those informations, you're doing this by your app. So you download a DS configurator app, connect the smartphone with the rifle scope, then you choose all your bullets and all your settings so you can personalize it, and then when it's set it in, then you can really use the DS all the time.
And what is the magnificency we're using with these ones?
5-25, so you can really cover more or less all practical distances from 100 to, let's say, 1,000 meters.
1,000 meters?
Yeah.
Phew, amazing, amazing. And is it already in the market, or when are we expecting to have it in Spain?
So today we start with the delivery. It's a huge success in the market. So it's creating some delivery time, but we try to do everything and try to work very hard on it that we can really deliver the market. Let's have a look to the really top one, the Z8.
The Z8 that you launched it 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Last year on IVA, we launched it. A very good success. It's the new model of the Z6. It's an 8x zoom with illumination unit. Different kind of models are available, from the driven hunt to stalking hunt. Over stalking hunt to the sitting hunt, different kind of objective diameters, more or less the full range what you can wish for it. So all those technical data are nice in the catalog and the read through, but it's really the practical usage. And when you use it and look through and you really feel that this is an advantage for yourself, then you go for it and you buy it, or you convince a friend or a hunter, another one, to go for these products. So also the Z6 is available with all those different kind of magnification, of course. It's a 6x zoom up to the 56mm. It's a driven hunt version is available. Ballistic turret is included. The illumination unit is included in here. So still the Z6 is a very, very good rifle scope in the market. The X5, and this is especially for those long range hunters who really want to go for long distances. Because you can really cover a huge elevation. So that means the ballistic turret here gives you really the chance to compensate a huge bullet drop. And also from the stability side, you see everything is a bit tougher and bigger. It's really made for the big ones. Okay. So for the big ammunitions, muzzle brakes and all those stuff, you can really be convinced that you have a really good quality of the image, and mechanically wise, this is really very strong.
So Daniel, here we are with the STX scope, but what we have here is the BTX.
it's more or less the next logical level.
Yes.
So as you probably know, we have the ATX and the STX modular telescope.
Yeah.
Modular means you can take it apart and you can more or less be very flexible. So you can choose objective diameters and eyepiece modules. Instead of straight telescope, you have now a BTX, which means binocular telescope. So with both eyes, observation is now possible.
Really?
So instead of this one, you choose the BTX module. And what you can do then is you can use both eyes and look straight through it.
Wow.
With these headrests, you have the opportunity to get really relaxed, discover, enjoy, go to the moment, experience the moment. This is again what we feel when we observe with these products. The telescope is sometimes needed to adjust very quickly to identify. This one is, for instance, on a hunting hut or when you're on a lower ground, the day is done, and you just want to finalize what you have done during the day. You observe straight through, and it's really, really very enjoyable and relaxed.
So this product matches perfectly with the claim of Swarovski, see the unseen. It allows you to see the unseen.
Exactly.
Marvelous. And Swarovski Optic is making a big effort these last years, because we were used to have a Swarovski launch each 2 years, 3 years, but nowadays you are really focused on hunting and on hunters, and you are giving us products each year, very good products each year. So congrats for that, and let's see where you're going. We can't imagine where Swarovski is going.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all the explanation about your products, but I'm really excited on testing this on the shooting range. Can we take it and try it over there?
Of course, let's go.
Let's go. Estamos aquí con Xavi Esteller, director de Esteller, distribuidor exclusivo para España y Portugal de Swarovski Optic, ¿verdad? Muchas gracias por atendernos aquí, por traernos aquí y por permitirnos conocer un poquito más a Swarovski.
A vosotros por venir.
Xavi, lo primero que quería hablar contigo, descríbenos un poquito lo que es la familia de productos de Swarovski Optic. ¿A qué se dedica Swarovski Optic?
Bueno, Swarovski Optic lo que fabrica es óptica de calidad y su misión es fabricar la mejor óptica de calidad que haya disponible en el mercado y seguir mejorándola siempre. Entonces tienen 3 líneas de productos. Tenemos los visores, que es lo que más conocemos, que tienen distintas gamas y distintas posibilidades. Después tendríamos la familia de binoculares y después tendríamos la familia de telescopios, en total 3 familias.
¿Qué es lo que aportan estas 3 familias en el mundo de la caza exactamente? ¿Qué es lo que aportan al cazador?
Pues mira, la pregunta tiene miga, porque una vez yo estaba en un aguardo con unos amigos y yo llevaba mis prismáticos y estaba mirando y uno pues me dice, oye, ¿me los dejas un rato? Y se los puso, se los encaró, se los sacó y me dijo, ¿son nocturnos? Y digo, no, son diurnos. Y dice, ostras, es que se ve. Eso es lo que aporta Swarovski, que con aquello se ve. Entonces aprecias detalles que no verías normalmente y en cambio con un Swarovski pues es capaz de distinguir detalles, colores.
¿Dónde está el secreto de Swarovski?
Son unos tiroleses increíblemente tozudos y nunca están contentos con lo que hacen. Cuando sacaron el EL, que nos era la leche, sacaron un EL mejorado. Cuando sacaron los Z6, que se pusieron por delante de todo el mundo en el mercado, al cabo de unos años los mejoraron. Y después sacaron los Z8, que son todavía mejores. O sea, están siempre intentando mejorar lo que ellos mismos hacen bien. Para mí ese es el secreto del éxito.
Somos capaces de ver más gracias a Swarovski Optic. Pero ¿dónde está el diferencial entre un prismático, entre un visor, entre un tubo de gama media o gama baja y gama alta, como es el caso de Swarovski Optic? ¿Dónde está ese diferencial? ¿Es el cristal? ¿Es la tecnología? ¿Qué es?
Tienes una serie de elementos y todos los elementos los tienes que tener en cuenta para tener un prismático de gama alta. Tienes que tener un sistema óptico que te proporcione la máxima luz. Tienes que tener estanqueidad, hermeticidad, resistencia a los golpes, funcionamiento en un rango enorme de temperaturas. No puede ser que se te empañe un binocular cuando sacas del coche con aire acondicionado porque entonces ya no lo puedes utilizar. O sea, hay un montón de elementos, calidad de fabricación, o sea, damos 10 años de garantía en los materiales y en la fabricación. Sobre todas estas cosas hacen que cuando estás utilizando un sistema óptico dices, un binocular, dices, esto es bueno. Cuando te estás encarando una mira dices, ostras, es que con esto estoy viendo.
¿Hay límites para la evolución de la óptica?
Sí.
¿Sí?
Sí, la física tiene límites y estamos trabajando con un componente mecánico y un componente óptico. Y ahí hay límites. Y Swarovski es consciente de que está llegando con la tecnología actual a los límites de la física.
Pero uno de los claims de Swarovski es mejora lo bueno, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Con lo cual el reto que tenéis es complicado.
Bueno, hace ya 8 años el jefe de desarrollo de producto de Swarovski, que ahora está jubilado, me dijo, ya no podemos mejorar más, porque estamos ya en el límite del límite. Y luego sacaron el Z6 mejorado, el Z8 y el DS. Así que yo no sé si es verdad que verdaderamente ellos están en el límite.
Xavi, nada más, agradecerte en nombre de los espectadores de Iberia Televisión el habernos abierto las puertas del mundo Swarovski, de toda su familia de productos y por anticiparnos sus recientes lanzamientos, el caso del BTX y el caso del DS. Y agradecer también todo el esfuerzo que ha hecho el equipo de Steyer, que como decimos es el distribuidor exclusivo de Swarovski para España y Portugal, porque nos ha posibilitado comprender el espíritu y la filosofía de trabajo, así como el compromiso por la mejor calidad de todos y cada uno de los productos de Swarovski Optic. Así que muchísimas gracias por las jornadas que hemos pasado aquí comprendiendo un poquito más y aprendiendo un poquito más gracias a Swarovski Optic.
Y por la cerveza austríaca, que está muy buena.
Está muy buena, ¿eh? Está muy buena. Gracias, Xavi.
A vosotros.
No podíamos cerrar este reportaje sobre Swarovski Optic de otro modo que con las maravillosas danzas tironesas y la música tirolesa. A disfrutar.